The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys are set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. First at the 46-yard line. To throw, it's Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing again here, Williams. This is caught. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal. What is that?
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
breaks a drive on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll throw with Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Falcons at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
To the air, Penix. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Robinson up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Bravo 80.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
70 Lions. Let's go.
Here's Penix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, it's incomplete. had 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. You look at this Bears defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And looking to throw, Penix. This pass is caught by London. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19. Check go.
They'll try to right side with Harris. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, 72 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Falcons 7.
after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A pass complete to Odunze. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
Odunze. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Williams. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready? Press!
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19, 18.
Robinson with another carry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Will go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing is Williams. To the left side into the hands of Odunze. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. In motion, the tight end. To the air, Williams. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. James Pierce. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, Williams. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
Looking to throw is Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw, Penix. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Kuhn knocks this one through the post. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go.
Harris running straight ahead. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe you're starting to make some headway.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Looking to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Younghoe Koo on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working out of the gun, Williams. Touchdown! Rome Odunze with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Bears 21. Falcons 10. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go!
scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Now it's 2nd and 10.
at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolf.
They'll look to throw. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Falcons 18.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, Dunze wide open. It's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Dunze, 73 yards. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
18. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth.
Go! Liking 18!
They'll throw with Penix. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's Penix. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready.
Second and 10.
Set up. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Into the hands of London. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, set. Panther 6.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Koo knocks this one through the post. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Williams from the gun on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 yards to go, second down.
Let's up.
From the gun, here's Williams. Pass complete to Loveland. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
13 more yards. That's another Bears first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hands it off out of it. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done. And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down, Chicago.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Williams. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A little bit of a dangerous throw in a tie ball game because your job, make sure the worst thing that happens to your offense is that you go into overtime. That could have been a game changer there if he came down with that interception.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. And it is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden with an amazing diving catch. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Tag! Cougar 19!
He's back to throw. He's got Mooney.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 38.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
70 Lions!
They'll look to throw. London holds this one in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80!
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go!
On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half,